Dare I say that Adam Peters and company have done a lot so far to improve this team overall? But exactly what did they do to improve the offense? And welcome back to another video here on the Washington Football Maniacs channel. My name is Greg. I am your host. And this channel, of course, is dedicated to news and commentary for the Washington Commanders. If you're down with that, please make sure that you have subscribed to this video when you do, or this channel. And when you do, also make sure you hit the notification bell so you won't miss any other video releases. Before we get into this video, though, how about a word from our partners here at Mint Mobile, who wants to save you a lot of money. If any of you out there are like me, you know that you have to follow a very strict budget each month. You want to be able to sit back, watch Netflix, or you want to be able to go out to dinner every now and then, but you just feel like you can't really do any of that stuff because you're so busy trying to stretch that dollar. Well, my partner here at Mint Mobile, they want to help you with that. They want to save you a lot of money and give you the same service, the same quality service as what you get from big cell phone companies. That's why I am so intrigued by Mint Mobile, who this video is in partnership with. They offer premium quality cell phone coverage for as low as $15 a month. I can get all of the high-speed data, the unlimited data, unlimited talk and text, all of that stuff for a fraction of the cost. And let me tell you, it was so easy getting started. I was able to switch over my phone to Mint Mobile service in less than 15 minutes. How did I do it? I used their eSIM card, and that allowed me to get up and running in no time. But never fear, for those of you who have a phone that don't come with any of those eSIM doohickeys, just get in touch with Mint Mobile and they'll send you a SIM card, a physical SIM card, for absolutely free. There absolutely is no sacrifice to switching to Mint Mobile. In fact, you're probably sacrificing more if you don't. Switch to Mint Mobile today. The link is down in the description below. It is trymintmobile.com/maniacs. Get started today on saving a ton of money. Now that said, let's get back to this wonderful video. So I'm going to think of maybe 3 ways that the Commanders have improved on offense. And we're also going to talk about the defense as well. But the offense, I want to kind of cover them because as we said in the last video, we talked about Jaden Daniels having the league on notice because guys like Jeremy Fowler from ESPN, for instance, is talking about Jaden Daniels and how he's very scared of Jaden Daniels. So I would say the first place that obviously the Washington Commanders have improved on the offense is quarterback. Now, I really liked Sam Howell last year. I felt that it was a little unfair for fans to turn on him halfway through the season, but halfway through the season, I thought he was making some really good plays. He doesn't have the wheels that Jaden Daniels had, but he was also a mobile quarterback, and I felt like he could make some good throws. He made a lot of really great NFL throws, especially in the first half of the season, but things kind of collapsed after about midway through. But I will say we definitely have improved the quarterback position with Jaden Daniels. And again, you may say he hasn't even thrown one pass in the NFL yet. How could we say that we have already improved that position? I think if you've been able to watch any of the footage that we've seen from minicamp, I think you've listened to how he's already studied a lot of if not all of the playbook. He's already memorizing things. He's doing whatever he possibly can do. He's getting to the weight room before anybody else in the morning. I mean, he's putting in the work. And I think that you're going to see that this is going to really pay off for Jaden Daniels. So I feel like most definitely, the quarterback position has been improved. Where else have we improved? Well, I think the tight end position. When you have Zach Ertz coming in, yes, I realize, Zach is, he's an elder statesman now in the NFL. He's been there for quite a while, but Zach Ertz, I think, has very much improved the tight end position for us. Now, it's not to take away from guys like John Bates, but without having a Logan Thomas that was 100%, we really didn't have what I called a secret weapon, a dangerous weapon at tight end. We had guys that I would probably compare them more to the likes of like a Donnie Warren back in the 80s. Very dependable, will catch the ball when he has to, but, made more for blocking and that sort of thing. But I think Zach Ertz is going to wind up being somebody who's hopefully going to be able to help some of the younger tight ends on this team to help develop them. But Ertz, of course, brings a lot of experience to that tight end position, and I think honestly, you need some good tight ends on your offense. Can't always go to the receivers; they're going to have those receivers covered, but having tight ends that can come in and of course, not only block for you, but make the catches and make some plays and get open. Zach Ertz, I think, still has a lot left, and I can't wait to see what he's done. As far as that tight end position, but I think he has improved that tight end position. What's the third thing? Well, I would think the third thing is Cliff Kingsbury. This is probably the most obvious out of anything. Cliff Kingsbury, I feel like he's going to bring innovation to the offense. While people will say it's the air raid offense, I don't think it's going to be your standard true air raid offense. I think it's going to be something that's going to have some similarities, some characteristics of the air raid, but I think it's going to be his own thing. He's going to put his own stamp on it. Now, I think Cliff Kingsbury can be a very innovative offensive coordinator. Certainly with Eric last year, EB, he had some good plays, but I just felt like he just did not really understand how to call a good flow of a game. And a lot of times you saw what looked like to be like 70% passing to at best 30% run. Not a very well balanced offense at all. And I think you're going to see much more balance in the offense this year. And I think that Cliff Kingsbury, now obviously he was able to develop Caleb Williams in USC, and I think he's going to do the same with Jaden Daniels. And I think what the things that I've learned, that I've heard, and this is from both sides of the football, is that they're going to take the strengths. They're going to see what these guys can do best, put them in positions to succeed. Whereas last year it was more of, this is our system, this is how we're going to run it, you're going to have to learn it. Doesn't always work. I mean, there can be a good compromise. You do want to be able to get your players to understand the system, but at the same time, sometimes it's like square peg round hole sort of thing. You just have certain players that excel doing certain things, and if it doesn't fit your system, they're not going to succeed. So I think you're going to see more of that in the offense this year. So honestly, those are the three things. Now, what else would I like to see improve? I like to see better performance from the wide receivers, other than Terry McLaurin. I want to see a better job from Jahan Dotson. I want to see some of these other wide receivers step it up. I think Jamison Crowder, when he came back to Washington last year, I was very happy to see him come back, and I think that he did a very good job of coming back. I'd love to see him get into the mix a little bit more, but also some of the younger guys, guys like Damian Brown. What's going to happen with him? He's got to be able to break out and be a star wide receiver. Doesn't have to be the number one wide receiver, but I think number three, be a solid number three. And is he going to wind up being that way? Is McCaffrey? Is he going to come in and wind up stealing the show as well? Football runs in his family's blood, so it'd be interesting to see exactly what happens. But um, I'm not quite ready to say that wide receiver is a position that we have improved on just yet. I know what we have right now, and I think that I'm desperate to see a little bit more out of our wide receivers, minus, of course, Terry McLaurin. I know Terry felt like he kind of had a down year last year. Still barely made it over 1,000 yards receiving, but probably not his best season since being in the NFL. And I think that has more to do with the situation around him, other than it being something wrong with Terry McLaurin. So that said, folks, let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you agree with those three assessments, those three positions being an upgrade, or do you have another take on it? Let us know in the comments below. Folks, hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, give it a like, give it a share, and with that said, I will see you in the next one.